We're back. Good morning. Second week running for gun violence victims. Second week. Second week. And every day there's a new call. Second week. We're going to run. We're going to get healthy. We're going to get in shape. We're going to feel the pain. And we won't stop. Today was a tough day. Tired. Didn't want to get up this morning. But I remember speaking to the mom yesterday of another young man killed in Brooklyn. And I decided to get up out of my bed and run today. I'm in, what is this park? I'm in St. John's Rec Park. I run in two parks in the morning. And I want to show you all something. Good morning. I'm going to show you this. If you believe that I'm joking about this violence and what we can do to help, if you look at my description, you will see the pain and the trauma of how you get to know that your son or your daughter is killed. It is unnatural. It's unnormal. So share this video and like it. I'm going to show you something in a minute to prove my point to all of you. All right, so share it, like it. The video, I'm going to prove some points to you right now. Just give me a minute. I'm walking from the park and then heading to a crime scene. Literally, the two parks that we've been running in, those two parks have been crime scene in the last 3 days. Well, not exactly in the park, but right across the street from the park. So in the meantime, if you up early this AM morning, God bless you. Thank you for joining. And share this video, please. And like it, even though just like it, hit the like button and share the video. In a minute, I want to show you something. In a minute. In a minute. In a minute. All right, so here is the park. Remember what I told you. Here is the park. And then there's the park. And then right behind me. So the park is right here. Look at this. 180. Park is right here. 180. Park is right here. And then I'm going to switch right over. And there is the site of a murder that happened last night. I don't know. I think the person probably died. I'm not sure. He didn't? Okay, good. Good looking out. So you got the park right here. And then you got the shooting right here, right this minute. This is last night. Yesterday when we ran and the day before in the other park, the young man was literally, hey, what's up? The young man was literally killed in that area. But now we are in this park and there's a shooting right across the park. So what we have been saying is that we don't have to go far to see the violence in our communities, right? You could just get up and run. You could just get up and walk. I don't have to look for stuff to try to say that we're in the midst of dealing with the violence in Brooklyn and in New York and across the country. We don't have to look for things to tell you. We don't have to make up stories. I don't have to make up stories to come on Facebook to talk to you about the situation that we're in. We don't have to look for stories. I don't have to make stories. We live in this every single day. And this is what we do. And so even in our very own backyards and homes where we live where the crime is committed. That's why we and I am committed to making sure that my son is right here riding the bike right now. And he's riding around this same place where gunshot is being, lift off every single day. It's a danger to all of us. And if we don't create a safe city, if we don't create a safe model, all of our children are in danger. I think I'm going to look back at these videos and say, man, why did I do that, right? Why I came on so sweaty every morning? Because I want to show you that it's not just about talking about what we're going to be doing about the violence, But the more that you work to prevent it, the more that you work to bring a solution, to bring a godly solution, to bring a moral solution, to be the prophetic voices in our city, to pray and to believe that God can use us as agent to turn things around. That's really the important piece right here. So we are praying with our feet. I'm looking for my family. Oh, there they are. We are praying with our feet. And we are saying that, listen, we're going to try to highlight the problem. I don't just want to hear about the shootings on the street in the news, and they frame it the way for you to realize that we have quite a real big issue on our hands. I want to frame this issue so that you can see it firsthand, that this is not some story that we're telling individuals. If you look, keep on liking this video, keep on sharing it over and over again. We want to build a momentum. We want to build a movement. Like it, share it in different groups. Wake people up and tell them to get on the line right now. We are here, we are on, and we're talking about the hidden effects of gun violence. So, could you imagine that your child or your family member or anyone, not just anyone, have been killed? These parents and family members, there is no manual, there is no playbook that tells them exactly how to behave or how to feel, where to go, who to talk to. Yeah, there is no playbook, none whatsoever. Whenever you're ready, there is no playbook at all that gives them guidance. And when I spoke to this mom, um, yesterday, and she told me that, listen, I didn't even get a call from the police to tell me that my son was killed. I don't know all the story behind that, but I was like, yes. And then she said, of course, she can't come and ID her son. The coroner said that, because of COVID-19, you can't come to ID your son. So she haven't seen her son. Her son is dead. She lives in another state. She have not been able to see her son up to today. To identify the body, they sent tattoos and pictures so that she could identify the body. They moved the body from Brooklyn to someplace in Queens. She lives in another state, and it is just total madness and chaos. And that is to show you that the effects of gun violence it has and the trauma that it has in our communities, it is enormous. It is not just one piece, brothers and sisters. It's a lot of different things. So here it is that I'm talking to this mom. She have no idea what to do, no idea about what assistance she can get. She have no money, no job because of COVID, trying to figure out who can help her. And she had no one to help her. Good thing, thank God, for great people like yourself who take the time and listen to this video, connected this mother to us. And when I started to go through the list of things that what we can help with and what she needs to do and how we could support her, this mother started to break down and cry because she was trying to figure out where in the world would I get this type of help. When poor people, children get killed in a poor neighborhood, the response is poor. When poor people get killed in a poor neighborhood, the response is poor. It's poor from everyone. I mean, 101 now over last night in 45 minutes, we had like 8 people shot. And these videos are never to point finger at anyone. These videos to point finger at ourselves in our community to do more, because this is where we live. We're not in some safe place trying to figure out these people are bad down here. What we're gonna do? No, this is about us right now. And so she have no idea. She have no idea about what to do. No one contacted her about her son. I think these are basic things that we should do, and we are offering again the city. And my proposal for the David Prize, which I didn't get we applied for the David Prize, but I didn't want. That's okay. My proposal for the David Prize for $200,000 was that every victim in New York City in the 5 boroughs would receive that type of support. It's only about victims. Victims who, family members who survived, or if they didn't die, we will touch every single family in New York City. $200,000. If you have that money right now, you send us a check. Go to our website and we'll tell you how you could give us that money. Every person in New York City who is troubled by gun violence, who is victims, who have been touched by gun violence, moving forward, that we would assign someone in every borough that this is going to be their job. It's going to make sure that none of these lives are going to be swept under the rug. We're going to support every single person. We're going to love every single person, because in our community, when one person dies, sometimes you kill a whole household. When one person dies, you kill a whole generation. Three things that happened to me this week, and I'll tell you. First of all, number one, I met a young man who lost both of his parents to gun violence. That's this week. I spoke to him yesterday. These are not stories. And I don't have to, again, like I tell you, I don't have to go and look for stories to come and tell you. This is real life happening right here, right now. Yeah, who you? Then, so, met a young man, lost his two parents. Then this young man who died this week, his father died the same way as well. His father died the very same way that he died. His father was shot and killed in New York City, and then many years later, his son was shot and killed. Listen to what I'm telling you, brothers and sisters. In 1 week, these are the people that I'm meeting, that I'm talking to, that we're dealing with all of the times. In 1 week, father got shot. He didn't get shot and killed in 1 week, but I'm saying I met these individuals, these young people, in 1 week. And then last night again, I got a call from another sister who was asking me to help this family, this beautiful son in college, doing all the right thing. He was shot and killed about 3 days ago. I'm going to be speaking to the mom this morning. We tried to connect last night, but it didn't happen. And, people are just so sick and frustrated and disgusted about this violence that we have. And we know what the Word of God says, and we know that the Bible talks about that definitely in the last days perilous time shall come, and I believe that perilous times are here. But the Word of God gives us the solution to the problem too. There is no way that we can stop living. There is no way that we can stop helping. There is no way that we can stop praying. There is no way that we can stop believing. There is no way that we can lay our faith down in the midst of all of this shooting to then say what? My son is in the back. Oops. There he goes. He's right there. to say what? No, we can't lay our faith down. We got to stand in our faith. All right, I got to take a picture. Sorry about that. Give me a minute. Sorry, I have to take a picture. It's okay to be black. So you have now all of this. There is no way that we could lay our faith down, brothers and sisters. We can't lay our faith down and succumb to the fact that because we believe that the people who are being killed are bad, therefore we are not going to respond to any of the things that's happening in our communities. I mean, look at the trauma. That's why we're getting up and we're running in the mornings, because when you hear all of this trauma too, or when you see the things that are happening in your community, there's a way that you must be dealing with your stress. So we're running for gun violence victims, we're running for justice, and we're running so that mentally, that when we hear all these stories and we deal with these stories, we deal with the families, that we ourselves are going to be mentally ready for the challenge. Prayed up, meditation, reading the Word of God, speaking over your life, speaking over your mind, supporting and praying with families. Today, a young lady yesterday, and I'll say this again, yesterday I spoke to her. She was leaving. Her significant other was shot and killed here in Brooklyn, and she's leaving, this morning to go to bury her father. These are things that we're dealing in 1 week. Okay? These are things that we're dealing with 1 week. 1 week alone, we're dealing with all of these issues. That's why we're running to keep our minds right. That's why we're running to remember that the task that is ahead of us is amazing and enormous. I want to go and check out our website and support what we're doing. We are offering our support to everyone in the city of New York, even though we didn't win the David Prize. But we are saying that we have clergy and people of faith all over the city that can touch, that can help. We are not going to lay down or start to blame one another. There's no blame. We don't have time to blame folks, right? We have time for the work. We put in the work in. I want anyone to match our work. I want you to outwork me. Whether you have an organization that deals with gun violence or you have an organization that deals with social services, I want you to outwork me. Beat me on the streets, right? So that we can have this good competition to make sure that you can touch as many people as possible. No time to stay home and tweet and go on live to talk about only the conditions. No, we have to be about the change. I'm going to tell you about the condition, but I'm going to also tell you what we're doing to change the condition. So like this video, share this video very quickly. I'm staying on like 30 minutes now. We're not going beyond that, hopefully. So like this video as much as possible. People have been calling from Atlanta. The sister, her son is in prison, but we're praying with her and we're working with her. I encourage her to, get a meeting, in your city. And she did that. She wrote back again and she said, yes, I reached out to the district attorney in my city and we're going to have a meeting. I said, yes, we want to empower people, right? That you can take these things in your hands, that you can seek justice for your children, that you can make sure that your community is safe. You can make sure that if you have ideas and ideals, that you should feel free to release those. Stop listening to the narrative of only what is happening on news. We don't have any bad communities. Wherever we serve, according to Dr. Reverend Charles Galbraith, is that we have holy ground. The neighborhood in which I'm walking on right now, every place that I walk, we're stamping over the vile affection of violence. Every time that we're walking, we're praying, we're believing. Right when we come up to graffitis all over the place, we are praying and we're believing that it can happen. So therefore, what we have to do is that we have to keep focus on our mission, and we have to keep focus in where we are. 1 second, let me cross the street with my eyes open, paying attention before you guys got to come get me. All right, so again, like this video, we walking like graffitis, all right. Now we going. Sorry about that. I'm walking with my family, so they're going different directions, and I'm going in another direction. So we're going with you. It's okay. We're going with you. So what I'm saying to all of you is that we have to make that change, right? We can come on and we can say, hey, Michelle, sorry about that. We can come on. My only child was murdered at the bus stop at 8:47 p.m. and police left the post in a prominent area. Yeah, that is something that is really difficult. Any mother who, father burnt a child, that's sad. And even as I remember the one situation today as well. I mean, this week, I talked to a father whose only son also too was killed this week. Only son. Huh? Okay. His only son. Sorry about that, family. I'm walking from the park with my family, so we kind of just needed to be together. So this is sad. Like, like if your son was shot at 8:47, and sometimes people forget that person who's on the ground, with bullets riddled all over them, they're someone's son, they're someone's daughter, man. You saw that young lady who, hey, what's up, man? Be nice this morning. Hey, what's up, man? this lady son and girlfriend was on the stoop in Brooklyn, and basically they were assassinated. I mean, these things they're not normal. You can't have these. Should not never be normal to us, and we can't give in. I think that one of the things that I really think is that if you can get 50 people in every community, let's say, I would say, if you give me a good 25, let's go to 25, a good 25 people in every community that have these shootings, and every night for the next 7 days, there's a corner vigil on every block in New York City, that in St. Thomas, in St. Croix, wherever you are, every night for 7 days straight, beginning on Monday, 25 people on the corner of every place that you figure that, you know, young people are hanging out, and you sit there like from, I would say, like from 6 to 12. Violence in our communities will reduce because the people will be taking the community back into their hands. When we talk about taking back our community, really and truly, what people are saying is that if you come home and you go back, you go into your house and you just stay in your house, and you go to work and you stay in your house, that's it. The streets are left to itself. But if you go out, let's say you have 25 people in your neighborhood, and you go out and you stand on that corner, just that one block, and you're walking back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. If you do that, I think that we will reduce this gun violence by 75% next week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 25 regular moms and pops. Put a sign out, get your chair, get a bottle of water, stay out to the end, and say, here it is, I'm going to say to everyone. I'm going to say to everyone, here it is right here, right now. I'm going to tell you that we're going to stay on this block, and we're going to make sure that there's no drive-by shooting. We're going to just stand here. We're going to stay here. We're going to do our thing. I'm telling you that, hey, what's up? I'm telling you that it's going to be definitely going to be a difference. If you put people on the corner, just like you have police on the corner, like we have a police right now on this. Where is it? How do you do this? All right. Okay, we have a police right now on this corner right here. So, and you put people in, and you sit people down, and you tell people in the community, Lil Jojo and Lil Bunquisha and the rest of the crew, and you let them know, Diamond and Mercedes, all of the brothers and the sisters, you let them know that, listen, we want this place to be safe. We want to be safe. And the mothers and the fathers of the community come out and speak about those things. That's how it's going to be done. It takes a village to raise a child, and it takes a village to bury a child. Same thing. So I want to encourage you, man, that in the midst of all this calamity, you got to support people on Facebook, support all of these different agencies and organizations for their birthdays. And Black lives are not mattering to you. Think about this. When you have Black organizations that's dealing with the same idea of killings, whether you have been killed by a police officer or you were killed on the street, when you look at organizations that's dealing with these issues, we could never raise money at the tune of which we should raise money at. And all of you who listen to my feed today, you have all of these birthdays given to this cause and that cause, and then coming on and saying, oh my goodness, we need to do more in our communities. Well, hell yeah. Why don't you look at agents, nonprofits that's doing work, and support them? Why? Because we don't have a nice fancy website, or we're not in the news every national news. Why don't you give to your birthday's coming up? Give to the clergy council that's dealing with these families. There is no other potent on the ground type of nonprofit that is dealing with this type of pain and dealing with this back end issues of life that we're facing than some of the organizations that we're working for. You know, we have Michelle Barnes Anderson on. I can't see everyone because I'm on my phone. But you have these nonprofit organizations that's doing the work, and I guarantee that if you make a report for dollar in terms of raising money, not through grants from governments or philanthropy, like raising money dollar for dollar, like from individuals who's giving money. Like I'm seeing people running for president and campaigning in New York City. I'm trying to figure out. Definitely, you're raising a lot of money. People, definitely raising money to run for office. You say, okay, here is it. Someone is saying to you, I'm running for office. If you chip in 250 and what have you, I could be the next person, the next governor, the next mayor, the next senator, state senator, assembly member, council member, and people are giving, at the tune of 1,000 people, giving $25. I have not seen, I don't care what gun violence organizations that's dealing with violence in the black and brown community raise that type of money from our very own people. People in our community give to campaigns. They give $10, $20, at 1,000. If I put up I remember I did I did a fundraiser on Facebook for burial assistance. I did a fundraiser on Facebook for burial assistance, meaning to say that if you are shot and killed, we want to work on making sure that you can get assistance, right? Burial assistance. I think we did. Oops. Oh, sorry about that. I touched something. I think we did like $600 in donations because people think that if you're raising money for people who if you're raising money for people who have been killed, normally it would mean that they're poor, yes, and that they're probably in criminal activity. I'm telling you, right? Go on Facebook or go and GoFundMe right now, and look at all the people who raise the most money, and you raise more money if you have a child, and probably don't want to go to have a child and they want to go to school. You probably would raise some more money when it comes to stuff like that. But if you try to raise money for nonprofit organizations that is strictly doing work around the black and brown community, it's very, very difficult. So we have to be able to love ourselves. We have to be able to. Sorry about that. My hand, this phone thing is tough. Hey, Josh. We have to be able to love ourselves and to love our people. So raise some for your birthday. Make me one of your fundraisers for your birthday. Those of you who having birthdays and you're listening to me, make us one of your fundraisers for your birthday. You could go to Facebook and you can put the 6-7 Precinct Clergy Council, and it's gonna come up and you raise some money for us, and the money will come to us. Why don't you do that? You know how much family members we can help. When we talked to the mom of the young boy who was shot in the park, sometimes on a whole, it's so difficult just sometimes to get transportation from point A to point B. These are the things that are happening in our community, man. I'm telling you. I'm gonna have some of the moms on with me next week. I'm gonna come with like a full schedule next week, so they can tell you themselves of the devastating effects that you have. And the city is responsible. When I say that the city is responsible, not just the government, the city is responsible for anyone who is killed. We are responsible. How do you say? Just like folks said that for 9/11, that we are complicit in American policies across the globe. That's why they commit terrorist attacks. We are complicit too. Most of us are complicit with what is happening by not being able to say, I want to be a change and I want to make a change. So definitely that is something that we need to do and we need to work on. I'm telling you, join the movement. Find a way to help. Support your local organizations that's dealing with young people in a small way. Stop looking for fancy um, websites. Stop looking for fancy logos. Find the worst set of nonprofit organization with the worst logos that you could find. Yo, out. 1 second. Out. Find the stray cats in the hood. Find an organization that is find an organization that has the worst website that you know needs help. Call them and speak to them. Listen to their heart. And then after you listen to the heart, then decide that you are going to give to them. It is better for you to know what is someone's heart than what's on someone's Facebook and pictures. People can take pictures. Um, Folks are taking pictures, holding up signs that Black Lives Matter, holding up this sign, but yet still they don't support black businesses. They have nothing to do with black people for all of these years. It's not just about signs. What is in your heart? Call a person, call the nonprofit organizations. And then when you call the nonprofit organizations, you don't get a call back. Call back again 2 and 3 times and say, I'm going to hunt you down to bless you. And say to them, listen, I have $20 to give. I want to give you the $20. And make a donation. It might be a little difficult and it might be hard, but nothing in our community and nothing that we have that we work for is easy. So hunt them down. Look for nonprofit organizations with the worst logos, with the worst websites, with no websites. Comb through stories upon stories and look in the bottom of the newspaper, way in the back, the smallest article, any nonprofit that you see right now on national news. Give us a break. Give them a break from supporting them and look in your local newspapers, the small ones in the little restaurants, the little newspaper that you would not think about, the free one in the Jamaican restaurants and in the Haitian restaurants and in the Guyanese restaurants, wherever you live, those small newspapers that's free, right? That just reprint. Get those newspapers and kind of look through and see like a small story of someone that you never heard of with an organization that they say do something that's amazing, and then give to that organization. Then the organization will be like, you know what? Call them, look for them on Facebook. If they don't have a Facebook page and they have a Twitter account and they haven't tweeted in like 4 months, these are the organizations that we want you to support. Why? Because they're busy doing the work. So, and they don't have the money. They don't have the money to hire an agency to write up a script of what they're supposed to be doing and what they did from one picture that they post. They don't. We don't have those. And so, find those organizations and sow a seed into those soil. That's my hope and that's my message. That's my message to you. Find those individuals. Find those nonprofit. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, we are getting out of here. And I want to thank you again for your time. I want to thank you for the opportunity for joining us in this moment. This is the God Squad TV. We're coming to you every morning as we're jogging to highlight again the violence that we have in our communities, but to support the victims of gun violence, to support the parents, the family members, to say to you that you are not alone. We are here to remind clergy and faith leaders who are looking at this live that we want you to get involved, get engaged in all that we're doing, right? So you can make a difference right where you are. So again, support. I didn't touch on the Virgin Islands, but just quickly, 2 shootings. I'm going to be on. Of course, I'm on every Tuesday in the Virgin Islands, WSDA 1340 AM from 7 to 8 p.m. On the radio station. Every Tuesday, I'm on WSDA in the Virgin Islands, St. Thomas and John, Tatola, Water Island, in those areas. Every Tuesday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. I'm on the radio. Every Tuesday in the Virgin. I'm going to be talking about again the violence that we have in our beloved American paradise. Again, two contractors working to remove trash were shot and killed in broad daylight, right in the Virgin Islands, on St. Thomas. And then on St. Croix, heard that I guess that there was some a racetrack racetrack with young men on St. Croix who, for some reason, I guess I don't know the full story, but I'm gonna try to track it down. I did see a little piece about it. I guess they had like these. I think you can make like these short run racetracks, and they I guess they found a property and they had the horse racing, and the government decided that they're gonna shut it down. And so it's a big thing right now in the Virgin Islands, a big thing on St. Croix. So we're going to look into that. Anything that could help us stay away from gun violence is important for us to support. We have to find ways, creative ways to do so. So we keep on praying, we keep on believing. God bless you all, and keep on running. I'm going to take the weekend off as always, and I'm going to see you. Hopefully, you're going to join me on Monday. I'm going to send you the location, all right? So all of you all come, leave your house and come join us on Monday. God bless everybody. Have a great weekend. Stay safe, brothers and sisters, and be well. Take good care, everybody.